guys, welcome back to our channel. Today is going to be a short and sweet one, and I'm just going to run you through some really easy tips to have a more sustainable home. So some things might be really obvious, some things not as much, but these are just really easy, simple tips that we implement at home and that you can too. So the first thing that's really important to do is get to know what can and can't be recycled. So the tops of your bins will often have diagrams, but it's not a bad idea to actually get onto your local community website and just get an idea of what can and can't be recycled. It seems pretty straightforward, but sometimes even I've got to think what can and can't. And every state is different. So here in New South Wales, long life cartons, they can't be recycled. So the reason being is even though they are paper, they're actually lined with soft plastic and aluminium so that the liquid inside the carton doesn't actually leach into the paper. So in order for that to get successfully recycled, it needs to go to one particular plant. The plastic and the aluminium need to get separated, and then they go into separate facilities. So the amount that actually gets recycled is very minimal. So for that reason, New South Wales have taken it off. So long life cartons, they cannot be recycled, so they go in the bin. The next thing is to eat as much fresh fruit and vegetables as possible. So this seems really straightforward, but the more we increase through fresh produce, the less processed and packaged food that we have. So not only is that really detrimental to our health because there's an abundance of salt and sugar and additives that are added to these products, but they're packaged. They're packaged in either single-use plastic or paper or whatever it might be. All of those need to go to a facility to get processed. So the more fresh food we eat, we just easily start to reduce the amount of packaged foods that we have. So that's a really, really easy step that we can all do, and not only is it better for the environment, but it's improving your health by just having fresh fruit and veggies. So that one's pretty easy. Okay, so the next tip is to become a crazy jar lady just like me. So you can start to reuse jars rather than throw them out. And there's no need to have plastic Tupperware because just like what I've got back here, you can reuse the glass jars for everything. So I'll give you guys a bit of a close-up view. So I use a lot of jars and I like to label them because I am crazy jar lady. But I've also got my drawer here where I've got all my leftover jars. So no need for plastic containers. I've got everything I need here, and all different sizes. Shopping at your local bulk Whole Food store is a great way to be more sustainable. As you'll be able to see, nothing is actually packaged, so you can buy exactly what you need without having any packaging. So the few products that they do stock at a lot of bulk food stores are plastic free and using sustainable packaging where possible. So not only can you get all of your nuts and seeds and grains, but you've got cleaning products, oil, honey, you name it. So this is a great way to be more sustainable. Support local. This is something we are so passionate about. Not only are you reducing your packaging, the use of sprays, pesticides, insecticides on your produce, you're supporting small local Australian businesses, and that's something that we're really passionate about. So if you can, you should do so. So I've just gone and grabbed just a bunch of things from my kitchen and laundry that I use regularly, and I just thought I'd go through them with you. So the first thing I've got, instead of using baking paper, I've got these silicone mats, which are awesome. They're really easy to rinse and really good for when you're baking stuff. Rather than using baking paper, you've got a reusable mat. So that is a winner. So that's one thing. You guys may or may not have seen the beeswax wraps. They are abundant everywhere in most health food shops and online, but they're really great. This one is super old, but I did learn a little trick that you can iron over it. Look into that, but you can revamp them a little bit, but they're really great. They're usually quite sticky and you can just use that instead of Glad wrap. So that's really good. In terms of cleaning, I don't buy the disposable or single-use sponges that you can get from Woolies or wherever. I've got this one, which is almost like a scourer, and I just pop it in the wash every couple of days. And then I've got a lot of these little cloths to use instead of dishcloths that are disposable, and these just, like, I've had these for ages, so I just pop them in the wash every couple of days, as I said. Tupperware, I use glass Tupperware without plastic lids. Not only are they just super pretty, but they're plastic free, so that's really great. I will put links in the comments, or the descriptions below, on just some of the brands that I've used in the past that I really like. But yeah, glass is awesome, and it just doubles as a bowl, so it's less dishes when you want to eat, so that's really good. This kind of goes without saying. I always keep some bags in the car because I'm notorious for going shopping and forgetting that I've even got these. So having them on hand in your handbag, or just in the car, so that you don't have to get plastic bags from the supermarket. So reusable bags. And the last thing are these swag bags. I am obsessed with them. They're so great. So what you do is you pop your produce in there and they stay fresher. So you run it under the sink, you just get it a little bit damp, you pop your veggies in there, and I reckon you get up to 2 weeks longer life out of them. So this, in my eyes, is sustainable because I live on my own and I do my best to not waste food, but sometimes it's really hard when you go grocery shopping. You try to do the right thing by not buying plastic, but how am I going to get through one giant pumpkin on my own, for example? So these are really great because your food lasts longer, then you're not adding to food waste. So these are just a few of my little things around the house. So as I said, I'll put links in the description for some of these if you're interested, and if you've got any questions, just comment below. So there you have it, guys, some super easy tips on having a more sustainable home. We love to hear what everyone else does around their home for some inspiration and to share the knowledge. So please leave a comment below. We'd love to see what you guys are doing at home to have a sustainable home. And I guess the biggest take home today is that it's the little things that make a really big impact. So don't get really bogged down with feeling overwhelmed, or where do I start, or these little things don't make a difference, because they actually do. If every single one of us made a few changes around the home and just became a little bit more conscious of what we're buying and what we're putting into our homes and our bodies, that's what can have a really lasting impact. So hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.